In today's video, I am going to teach you how to add Apple Pay to Shopify store. If you are using Shopify and want to offer Apple Pay at checkout, the key is to make sure your payment provider supports it. Today, we will focus on selecting the right provider inside your Shopify payment settings so Apple Pay shows up for your customers. To begin, open your Shopify admin dashboard. From there, look for the settings area. In most setups, the settings menu is located in the lower left or near the bottom of the sidebar, depending on your Shopify layout. Take a moment here to click into settings, because this is where Shopify groups all your configuration options for your store. Once you are in settings, you want to find the section for payments. This is usually labeled clearly as payments, and it might appear as a submenu under settings. Click payments to open the payment configuration screen. This page is where Shopify connects your store to the payment methods you want to accept. Now that you are on the payment screen, you will need to look for the provider settings. The interface may show different payment options, or it may present a list of providers that you can choose from. The important thing is to locate the part that says something like Provider or Payment Provider. This is where you can select which service Shopify should use for payments that include Apple Pay. Next, choose a provider. You will likely see a list of available options. Spend a moment reviewing the choices and look for the one that explicitly supports Apple Pay. In this instruction set, you should click CyberSource because Apple Pay is listed there. When you select CyberSource, Shopify will prepare the connection so the Apple Pay payment method can be enabled for your store. After you click CyberSource, pay attention to what changes on screen. Often, selecting a provider will reveal additional details, or it may prompt you to confirm or proceed to the next part of setup. This is a normal part of adding Apple Pay, since Shopify needs to connect the provider to your store. If you see any fields or steps appear after selecting CyberSource, that is your cue that you are in the correct flow. At this point, make sure you are confident that you selected the provider that actually shows Apple Pay as supported. The instruction specifically says Apple Pay is listed there, so your goal is to ensure that Apple Pay availability is tied to the provider you chose. If there is any option to continue or save, do that according to what Shopify displays. Then you will effectively be set up to proceed with Apple Pay being available in checkout, assuming Shopify completes the provider configuration successfully. Even if your next actions are handled in the remainder of the setup process, the most essential part covered here is the selection of the correct provider. That selection is what tells Shopify which payment infrastructure to use for Apple Pay. Now, after selecting CyberSource, you can take a moment to confirm you are still in the payments area and that your chosen provider is reflected in the interface. This helps prevent situations where someone selects an option but does not actually apply it. Once you see the provider selection in place, you know you are moving forward correctly. And that is all there is to it. That covers everything you need to know for choosing the right provider so Apple Pay can be added to your Shopify store.